All right, guys, welcome back to Commission Reviews. I want to talk about the traitors. Mm. Um, let's just start from the last part of the episode. Bergie had this whole situation. Hold on, is that my order? Hang tight. You know what? I forgot my notes. Okay, my bad. Okay, like I told you guys, Bergie. I'm sorry if you say your name. I'm so sorry. As the shield. Now, in this challenge was very interesting. Having to go in that because I don't know. Some of these reality shows are getting really into like putting the contestants through some stuff. Like it's really getting to that point. Um Trishelle, I think it was Sheree, Peter, they found these boxes shields. Now, mind you, because they had to get all these pieces up the hill. And all these things were very, very heavy because they were struggling, including the men. Even though, because I was confused by this part, even though they brought the shields across the hill, it wasn't a guarantee. Like, if Sandra picked it up or Trishelle picked it up, it doesn't matter who picked it up and put it on the thing they were carrying at the hill. It didn't mean that they was guaranteed the shield. Okay. CT, of course, because he's done the challenge for so many years, it seemed like he was in his element. And I'm noticing him being kind of quiet too. I'm, I don't know. CT needs to speak a little bit more because they're from the challenge or these different shows like that. They're going to automatically assume that these guys are the ones that are traitors or whatever. And I feel like trying to be under the radar because you are from these type of shows it's not working. Johnny Bananas was immediately targeted. Okay. So, like I said, I remember Sheree had picked up the shield and Trishelle did too. Paparazzi really wants Peter gone. Peter literally, I feel like single-handedly has created an alliance. Not only has he created an alliance, he even has uh he even like I'm saying, he even has like the people kind of on the same page as him. Like we're the faithfuls. I like a property that kind of fun of it. The faithfuls, you are the king of the faithfuls. Is really, really funny because all of a sudden they're gathering and talking and stuff. And I'm like, to me, as traders, I didn't do that. But Peter is straight up like, I don't know. The when she went to go in the room, because after they got through the challenge, they went back to the house or the castle or whatever. And so he was like, okay, guys, have a discussion. We're the Trader Alliance. I don't even know what the hell they really call, but it's Pavarotti went to go, and I'm probably saying her name all wrong, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Trying to go to the door to go in. Peter closed the door. I said, "Oh my god, the awkward of it all." And nobody got up to say, "Oh, let her in." I was like, "Oh my god, that shit was crazy." So anyway, once they had the discussion, they said that they felt like, she and Dan and CT were the potential traitors. When she comes in, she tripped me out when she walks in, is like, okay, guys, fill me in. What's in your head? Of course, they say Dan. And she's like, I know that I'm on the chopping block. So Dan feels like he came out of retirement in this episode. When I was watching the previews last week, when Dan said, and they just showed the preview saying, I've been watching somebody this whole time. I said, and I'm telling you, I should have said it last week on my video, but I said he's gonna say face. I've been hitting to the point. If you listen to my other videos about this, think about it. For one thing, Dan was confiding in Parvati most of the time. I know I'm saying her name really bad. I'm so sorry. Confiding in her immediately when she was recruited and came into the fold. Now, but you worked with Favor this whole entire time. I said he did not look at her as a partner. I said, what's the reason? Like, because it looks kind of fraudulent, Dan. It does. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he has his own explanation. But it's giving Rob has the podcast vibes. No shade. Like, I'm trying to figure out why in the world you would not try to work with Phaedra. Okay? So I always thought that was shady. I really always did. So, in Dan's mind, he's going to give up Phaedra. Last season, but it was towards the end where the traitors actually was pointing towards, one of their own, because it was so obvious. I mean, because everyone was talking about that person, and that's when they was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. In this instance, Dan, you made a really not good move, bro. As a reputation that you have as the GOAT, Big Brother, what was that? I'll say it again. What was that? The reason why I asked what was that, because I kept saying throughout the game, what are you doing? You are a champion from Big Brother. They are going to automatically think on the first day, first hour, you are going to be the traitor. Moved in the house like a traitor. You did not act like a faithful. Let's start there. From the time you was the hand was on your shoulder. Place your hand on my okay, right there. You should have spoken more. You should have been more. I don't know. When they asked you a question, you were acting like a traitor the whole entire time. The decisions that you were making also weren't good. Even to the point where even Pavarotti, she was even doubting you and not really wanting to even fool with you on the episode. She already put you in. She said it's your fault. Because let's be clear, you wanted to kill Bergie. He had the shield. Peter, who was actually playing Dan, let's go. He was actually making the moves. Dan, no shade. He was running circles around you, bro. Period. I'm like, what is going on? They doubting the dude from the Bachelor. Is he from the Bachelor? Is Peter from the Bachelor, right? Okay. So that fool like I'm coming out of retirement. It's almost like the grandpa that sees the kids out there, we're playing the football, and I can do that. I used to do that back in the day. I used to do that back in the day. And go out there and embarrass themselves and fall all down and all this. Like, Pops, we got this. Peter was like, Pops, nah. He was already showing fear because Peter was like, I'm coming for you. And Peter was calm about it. I think it's Dan. Matter of fact, I think it's Dan. Dan was scared. Oh, man, I'm going to break my coffee. I'm going to drink my coffee, he said this morning. But Birdie walked in, that fool was like, what the hell? Peter was like, my trap. It worked. He just told certain people. And that's the part that I thought was so smart. He only told three people, not knowing that the two that he chose were traitors. And that easy. Because in my opinion, Dan could have gone for Pavarotti because everybody was already talking about her and Peter was mentioning her. He could have put it on her. You start out by saying because the fact Phaedra say burgerlicious. I'm like, what? I'm like, Dan. I'm like, Dan, what are you doing? Bro. Phaedra was like, because after he went through everybody and was talking about Phaedra being the one that he thought was a traitor. Phaedra says, and I quote, let's be clear. You're doing this because you are about to be banished. The reason why, I could understand why she was so like offended. Like, what? So Phaedra says, I didn't know who had the shield. Then Peter said that to Property and Dan and CT. That was the dumbest move that Dan made. Prophet Rod tried to put it on Dan during the episode. Phaedra said, you gonna learn tonight. All right. Let's real quick talk about how John thought this was that it was a play. You, my sir, will be banished. And that is the conclusion. And the reason. I'm like, bro, what? Are you auditioning? Proverbs, she said, vote Dan. I'm like, oh, interesting. She votes for you. You were the only one that voted for freaking Phaedra. Okay? I'm like, get time for talk is over. So Dan is banished. Now, Trishelle, oh yeah, my bad. Of course, on the way at the door, he says, oh, and I'm a traitor. Guys, I'm like, oh, wow. I was like, please don't say nothing shady. Because I remember last season, did somebody say, I don't know, I can't remember, but Trishelle says, Dan had defeated as a traitor. And she said, I do believe that Phaedra is one. The thing I will say as Dan, being like, if I'm going down with the ship, that I'm taking somebody with me. Now, I'm just pleading at both sides. Then he did do that. Because they are looking at, well, Trishelle's looking at Phaedra, and Pavarotti's name is next. They've already mentioned that. Now, mind you, if Trishelle gets in her boy's ear and spreads the word, this might be a season where you get rid of the traitors. And this is, mind you, in that I think that the only way I see this going is if they take out Peter, Bergie, and unfortunately Trishelle. Because if they stay in the game, they are out of there. Because I think everybody else is either confused or whatever. I'm just saying, if those three are gone, I do believe that Phaedra and I'll just say the traitors will get to the end and win. I do believe that. But like I said, they would have to take the three of them out. Of course, they had the alliance sitting there, and I'm sitting here saying myself, she walks in talking Noah. This sounds, let's look Breer. You're all the alliance, you had the door closed. I'm like, girl, you really want a target on your back. So at the end of it, the traitors going and talking, and of course, they decided that they were going to take out Peter. Then here comes the best dressed, and he says, "Guys, due to the game and how it played, since Dan ended up leaving, you have to, recruit somebody. They have a choice to recruit somebody or take somebody out." She decides, like, I think we should recruit him and watch him take out his friends. I'm thinking to myself, is that what's going to actually happen? Because as he sits there and reads the paper, he says, if I don't take this, they're going to take me out. So most likely he's going to join them. But what is he going to do? How is he going to move? Is he going to actually take out his friends? I don't know. But it was a good episode, baby. Dramatic and all the things. We love that over here. I mean, we do love the drama, guys. Yes, yes. Ah, yes. Well, this is Commission Reviews, the Queen of Reality TV. Working on some things I cannot say. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but baby, I'm on the grind. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to jinx anything. But try to make that black girl magic happen, okay? Anyway, guys, make sure you join the membership, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Commission Reviews. The time